Good with y'all young boys and girls. It's your boy Melissa Solid at y'all with another video. What's good with y'all boys and girls? I don't know, I don't like the way I said that. But what's up with y'all, man? It's your boy Mello back in the cut. I know I do it every time I'm here. I don't know why. But I'm back in the cut. And in today's video, we are pretty much going to be talking about how failure is not a bad thing, man. Because failure isn't a bad thing. Failure could just be the next step to your success. Failure could be the next step to being very close to getting where you really want to be in life. So don't take failure as a bad thing and an evil thing and a negative thing in a way, because you will, prevail. You will go through and get through what the problem is, man. So don't feel like it's a bad thing. I promise y'all gonna be all right. But yeah, man, I wanted to talk about that because for me per se, failure isn't a bad thing. I used to think it was a bad thing because I'm like, if I fail, I messed up. It's over. Everything's like done for. But that's not necessarily the case, because if you fail in something, that doesn't mean that you did something totally wrong or something just you didn't do nothing totally wrong, but something didn't go right. But that helps you learn, right? That's the first step of failure. You learn from what you did the first time, and 9 times out of 10, can't speak for everybody, but you won't do it again. If you know what you did messed up, something you was going through or doing, why would you do it again? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do it. So I know for a fact, failure is one thing, so I learned from failure. When I failed in something or messed up in something, I always found a way to come back from it. Like if I failed in something on one of my YouTube channels, when it comes to uploading a video or whatever, I know how long I've been doing YouTube. I know the things I know. I'm still learning, but if I failed, I would know how to start from ground up, from ground zero. I call it ground zero. I got that from one of my coworkers / people I'm close with. So shout out to her for that. But you ground zero. You know how to work from ground zero all the way to ground, whatever the highest ground is, you know what I'm saying? Let's say ground 100, level 100, whatever. But ground zero, I know how to come back from ground zero. I don't let failure stop me from being the man I want to be. I'm actually glad that failure is a thing. And I also talked about this in another video, and I seen it the other day. Don't be mad that you fail, because some people don't even try. Some people give up before the race even starts. Some people give up as soon as they say start. And some people give up as soon as they at the finish line, right before they hit the finish line. So, look, if you just don't give up and don't let failure, take over your mind and think that's a horrible thing and a negative thing, you're going to be all right. I promise you're going to make it, man. There's nothing to stress about. But for me, I know, man, failure is one of those things I learn from all the time. You know how many times I mess up, and the old me, and I think I've gotten better at this, but the old me will mess something up or not do something right and will feel bad, and I will feel bad because everybody around me is going to judge me, or I feel bad because I'm just this bad person. I didn't know I messed up. Like, okay, for instance, I got an instance from when I was in my program. I took a test for a certification, and I didn't pass one part of it. I passed the other part of it. The reason I didn't pass the first part, and you know how I resumed from that failure? Well, the first time around, I was studying too long, overly doing it, studying 24/7. I wouldn't allow myself no time to play no video games, watch no TV, do nothing. I wouldn't allow myself to live freely while also studying. I would just strictly study. I might walk outside for 5 minutes, but I promise you, after those 5 minutes, guess what I was doing again? Studying. And you know where I went wrong with that? Studying way too much. If I studied here and there and I didn't try to fill my brain, I'd have been all right. And then I went in there overthinking. Studied way too much, thinking I was ahead of the game, wasn't. And then I got there and I overthought and just started switching up my answers, all type of stuff. So I realized, okay, I was not patient. I felt pressure. Then what came the next exam? You know what I did? I stayed patient. I stayed poised. I was still locked in, studying a lot, but I realized, I was like, you know what? Let me put this down. For some time, I would spend hours doing other stuff. That was actually important to me as well. Other things that didn't have to do with the studying I needed to be doing. So I spent time playing the game sometimes. I spent time looking into jobs. I spent time doing other stuff that could be a better, like, you know, fit than just studying all day. I was mad that I failed, but I understood why I failed. And guess what I did when I figured out why I failed? I adjusted and came up with a new game plan. And you can do the same thing. It's not over just because you fail. We all think that, and God has a plan for us. Like, failure is a part of his plan. I'm sure of it. You can fail in many ways. And I kind of, and I'm being honest with y'all, I'm being vulnerable. I kind of still have a fear of failure, but I've kind of accepted, like, things happen for a reason. So the reason I'm not too much of a fear is that the failure could be a failure that puts me into a higher position in a better place in my life. Bro, I look back, once again, I look back and it's like old jobs I used to work and all this, and I would think that I failed. Like, I had this call center job paying me about 15 buckaroos an hour. I'm like, man, I was so happy, like, to have a job. It was a seasonal job. They didn't pull me in for the next, like, round of people in the permanent position. So I was upset. I felt like I failed. Just to come later on down this same year, months down the line, I don't even have to worry about that no more. That's not that's out of the window. I'm somewhere else where I can grow. Whether they're paying 16 or 35, 22, 22, 20, whatever. I'm somewhere where I can grow at and actually become a better person. And it's like, it's a career. It's not just this job. And it's okay, bro. I've always been, one thing I realized, I'm starting to realize it more as I get older. I'm a leader. I'm a natural leader. I'm a leader who I feel like, in a way, I don't have to say, I'm a leader that's a part of the group of the regulars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be all extra of a leader. Like, people know. They know what it is. And maybe I wouldn't say a leader. I'm going to say a motivator. I'm going to say that. A leader might be hey, I can see myself as a leader. I was a class speaker. In a way, that's leadership. You know, you speaking for your class. You standing behind your class. So, in a way, that is being a leader. So, hey, man, what it is you got to just trust the process and understand, like, things ain't going to always go the way you think or want, but don't let the failure stop that. All right? I appreciate all y'all boys and girls. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for tapping into this video. Keep sharing these videos. Keep liking these videos up. We on the road. We almost at 260 subs. I think we might hit 300 by the end of January or February. Should hit it. And the videos are just going up and up and up. I'm finna start working on, bringing in more thumbnails and more ideas, going into depth, investing in the camera as well. Can't wait to get one of those. But yeah, man, make sure y'all do all that. I love all y'all boys and girls. And Boy Mello is signing out, man. Peace.